Breaking news now. The European Union has finalized a significant financial support package for Ukraine, the Financial Times is reporting.
The European Union has agreed on a $90 billion financial support package for Ukraine. According to the report, this funding is intended to support Ukraine's government, its operations, and defense needs over the coming years.
According to the news, the decision was taken after discussions among EU
member states and does not currently rely on frozen Russian state assets. According to Reuters, Ukraine has reached an agreement to restructure $2.6 billion in GDP-linked debt instruments. According to the news, this move is aimed at stabilizing Ukraine's financial position during the ongoing conflict. According to Reuters, the agreement was supported by a large majority of creditors and replaces older debt arrangements. According to reporting by Business Insider, Ukraine is currently producing nearly 1,000 interceptor drones per day. Business Insider reports that these drones are designed to counter Iranian-made Shahed drones used by Russian forces. The report states that increased drone production is part of Ukraine's defensive strategy to protect infrastructure and reduce reliance on missile systems.
According to an official statement released by the European Council, the European Union has imposed sanctions on 41 vessels linked to Russia's so-called shadow fleet. The European Council reports that these
vessels are suspected of helping Russia bypass existing oil trade restrictions.
According to the statement, the sanctions include port access bans and service restrictions.
We begin with breaking news. Russia has started the process of deploying tactical missiles on Belarusian territory, raising alarms across Europe. As you can see on this tactical map, Russian forces have moved missile launchers deep into Belarusian territory. According to Associated Press Pantry, Belarusian President Alexander Lukashenko has confirmed that Russia has deployed a nuclear-capable missile system in Belarus. AP News reports that this deployment reflects ongoing military cooperation between Russia and Belarus. According to AP News, no immediate operational changes were announced following the deployment. According to AP News, no immediate operational changes were announced following the deployment. Good evening. Tonight we examine the ongoing diplomatic efforts and the challenging path toward establishing lasting peace in the region. According to Reuters, Ukraine has shared updated peace proposals with international partners, including U.S. officials. Reuters reports that these discussions are part of ongoing diplomatic efforts involving European leaders.
According to Reuters, no final peace agreement has been announced so far.
Based on the information reported by Reuters, Financial Times, AP News, and other verified sources, it appears that the Ukraine war is entering a phase where economic support, military technology, and diplomacy are becoming as important as battlefield developments. From my perspective, the European Union's financial support suggests the future of warfare is increasingly relying on technology rather than traditional large-scale troop movements. Governments are also focused on shaping future negotiations, even if no final agreement is currently in place. According to Business Insider and corroborated by international reporting, Ukrainian forces conducted a drone attack. We begin tonight with breaking news regarding a strike against a Russian-linked oil tanker named Kandil in the Mediterranean Sea. This marked the first known Ukrainian strike on a Shadow Fleet vessel at this maritime distance. These Shadow Fleet ships are accused of helping Russia
bypass sanctions and generate revenue for the war effort. This event suggests that Ukraine is expanding operations into new geographic theaters and targeting economic infrastructure linked to Russia's conflict financing.
Segment 3. Putin's statement on war goals. According to AP News, Russian President Vladimir Putin spoke at his annual news conference and stated that Russia's military goals in Ukraine remain unchanged. Putin reaffirmed intentions regarding territorial objectives and reiterated conditions he believes are necessary for Russia's participation in any negotiated peace including limits on Ukraine's Western alliances and demands over recognized borders. AP News, Putin press conference. This statement occurred concurrently with ongoing frontline fighting and reflects Moscow's perspective on the conflict's continuation.
According to Interfax Ukraine, the European Council has announced plans to adopt a 20th package of sanctions. These sanctions are intended to further increase pressure on Russia in coordination with G7 partners and aim to reinforce anti-circumvention measures on trade and financial flows.
This is segment 5. Ukraine's energy infrastructure is under attack tonight, with reports of multiple from targeting power stations and
According to reporting from Kyiv Independent, Russia's attacks on Ukraine's energy infrastructure have left. Tens of thousands of consumers are without electricity across multiple regions, including Odessa, Dnipropetrovsk, and Sumy, Zaporizhia, and Donetsk oblasts. The Ukrainian national power company Ukrenergo reported that emergency crews are working where it is safe to do so, while some facilities await military clearance before repairs can proceed. Such attacks on critical infrastructure have humanitarian and operational implications for both civilians and defense logistics.
Welcome back to segment 6. We are tracking the latest developments in the Ukrainian counteroffensive, which appears to be accelerating in the south. According to the Kyiv Independent's live reporting, Ukrainian forces have reclaimed 16 square kilometers near
Pokrovsk in a tactical advance amid continued Russian pressure. This local success highlights ongoing.
Looking closely at the ground operations, we can now illustrate how the frontline dynamics are currently evolving. Ground operations and illustrates evolving frontline dynamics. These gains occur alongside protracted engagements, such as the Huliaipol offensive in southern. The conflict in Ukraine has been ongoing since September 2025. According to Wikipedia data, the situation remains unresolved. Welcome to the personal analysis section, where I'll break down the key factors. Now, this next part is my personal analysis, drawn from the verified news reporting you've just heard. From my perspective, what we see in these developments is a multidimensional phase of the conflict, and financial endurance is becoming as crucial as battlefield action. The EU's $90 billion support package is not merely economic aid, but a statement of long-term strategic backing for Ukraine.
New operational fronts, such as long-range drone strikes in the Mediterranean against Russian economic targets.
By integrating advanced drone capabilities and sophisticated cyber defenses, we've redefined the battle space.
Sanctions and diplomatic pressure remain a key element. The planned 20th sanctions package suggests that these
nations are committed to tightening economic constraints on Russia, even as military operations continue. This analysis reflects patterns in current verified reporting and should be viewed as interpretation rather than a definitive prediction.
After political news, today we bring you a beautiful and inspiring moral story. Its message is simple: trust yourself. In a small town, there lived a boy named Anderson. He was hardworking, talented, and full of potential. But he had a big problem. He always believed others more than himself. One day, a running competition was announced in the town. Anderson decided to take a part. The race began. Anderson went fast, very fast. Soon he was ahead of everyone. But suddenly, someone from the crowd shouted, "Anderson, you going the wrong way." Anderson got confused. What if he right? He thought. He stopped, changed his direction, and lost his lead. A little later, someone also shouted, "Don't run too fast, you get tired, slow down." Again, Anderson believed him. He slowed down, and everyone overlooked him. The race ended, and Anderson lost. He sat under a tree with tears in his eyes. Just then an old wise man came to him and said, "Son, you did not become you were weak. You lost because you trusted everyone except yourself." He continued, "The world will always talk. Some will scare you, some will misguide you, some will stop you, but the right path and the on your heart believe. Success belongs to those who trust themselves and keep going." Anderson understood the lesson. He promised himself the next time he will trust his own mind, his own strength, and his own confidence. Months later, another race was held. This Anderson did listen to